Comments made by our family members or loved ones are often comforting words for our souls that help us feel a little happier. But sometimes, their words can hurt. They may not perceive something the right way, even if that thing is a totally healthy and beneficial habit for our well-being. Ideas about how to do things are rooted in societal norms, and many of them don't make sense. That's why I made a compilation of some actions that usually have a bad reputation in the eyes of others, but that can be very good for those who do them. Number 1. Taking time for yourself. Wanting to take a few days off or cancel plans to stay at home and watch movies on the couch with a face mask is totally healthy and valid. Researchers even say that spending time with yourself helps us to see inside ourselves and get to know ourselves better, so we can work on what we want to change. Number 2. Doing things alone when they are normally done with other people. Going out with friends and loved ones is not only fun but also good for our health. But going to the movies, to a restaurant, or for a stroll through a museum does not necessarily have to be done in the company of someone else. You don't have to be afraid to do activities on your own. You can enjoy your independence while improving your concentration, putting your interests as a priority regardless of the opinion of others. You may also become more empathetic. Number 3. Speaking to yourself. Suddenly thinking out loud does not mean that a person is crazy, although we may receive scornful looks when doing so. Verbalizing our thoughts means getting them out to organize them better. Moreover, according to experts, this helps us to reflect, increase our memory, clarify our ideas to give us peace of mind, solve tasks faster, decrease the feeling of loneliness, and guide our actions. Number 4. Taking a moment before answering. In a world that lives at 1,000 miles per hour, where communication is instantaneous, taking a long time to answer a message, either virtually or in person, often causes anxiety and discomfort in the receiver. But the truth is that it is totally valid, and it is much better to take time to think and give an appropriate answer than to say anything silly. Number 5. Going to bed too early or waking up too late. We've all likely heard things like, "Are you going to sleep already? You're a grandma," or "You wake up at 11 a.m. You're lazy." But the truth is that we are all different. Everyone has their own routine or problems, causing them to have a hard time falling asleep or needing more sleep, and that shouldn't be questioned or subject to opinion. Number 6. Saying no to others. Rejecting a proposal that does not convince us or that we simply do not want can cause discomfort in others, and can even make us feel guilty. But saying no does not have to be scary or negative, as it helps to boost our self-confidence and gain more self-esteem, and choosing what we want reinforces our freedom. Saying no is valid and should be totally respectable. Number 7. Improving or changing something in your life. When we decide to make a change in our life or modify our habits, we can often receive negative criticism from others along with comments such as, "You doing that? Yeah, right." But being judged has nothing to do with you, but rather, with the other person's lack of self-esteem and their need to feel superior. You go on your way and, with effort, you will get there. Number 8. Staying away from toxic family members. Although people say that blood is thicker than water, many times, family members can cause more discomfort than happiness and feelings of home. Walking away is the last option because first, it is better to resolve the issues, but if you have reached this point, taking action is good for your mental health and emotional balance. According to experts, the best thing to do is accept that there are people who will never change, set limits, keep some distance, and avoid conflicts without losing respect. Number 9. Making a mistake. Making mistakes is part of learning, and being criticized when you make a mistake unintentionally makes no sense. In fact, by making mistakes we are gaining experience that will help us improve in the future, teach us to be more humble and make us more self-critical and responsible for ourselves. Number 10. Asking about having children when starting a relationship. Yes, it may sound strange, and it is not among the conventional things to talk about on a first date, but it is when you decide to go a little further. Asking the other person from the beginning whether or not he or she plans to have children at some point will save you problems in the future. When you are already in the relationship and find out something you don't want, it is better to have the important things clear from the beginning to avoid disappointment. Number 11. Taking care of children if you're a man. There are still many people who believe that women are the ones who take care of children or that they can do it better, but we know very well that every capable and functional adult is good to do it. Especially nowadays, since single fathers are on the rise, it should be no surprise if they are solely responsible for their kids. Number 12, wearing sunscreen if you're a man. Although it may seem strange, there are men out there who refuse to use sunscreen because they consider it to be like makeup. And there are even those who get teased for using it. The reality is that this product is recommended to be used by everyone older than 6 months since it not only prevents sunburn, but is also the only thing that protects us from skin cancer. What things do you do that are good for you but that others criticize? What action do you think should no longer be frowned upon?